Well, good day, tubes. How's she hanging? Pretty good here. Pretty good here. Still got all my fingers from the other day. It's not hurting quite so much now. It's kind of like someone just kind of smacked you with like a measuring stick or measuring ruler tape thing or something. Anyways, almost cleaned my fingers. It's a totally stupid thing, I know. Anyways, today I do want to service this air cleaner. Because I'm kind of almost thinking it's maybe too full. Now, there's a badge on here. What does that say? Service air cleaner daily. Holy jeez. I think I've missed a few days. Remove oil cup from lower part of air cleaner. Remove spring wire retainer. Lift out disc. Pour out oil and sediment. Wash out cup with fuel. Refill cup with engine oil to level mark. I'm trying to read around this post here. Replace disc and fasten cup in place. Wow, even a serial number there. So let's get you on a tripod, and I guess we just undo those and slide them out. Psh, psh. Oof. Hopefully it clears this. I don't want to have to, it should. I think it should. Looks like exactly what I was doing. I was up here to feel this was a solid pipe or what, but I think it goes all the way up there, so I don't think there's anything there I got to service, but that's what I was doing, and then ding! How close this comes here. Ow, even that frickin' belt is sharp. Holy frickin' crap, I'm just doomed. Yeah, look how close that was, eh? No wonder I got my fingers nipped off right in there. And it probably kicked them out. I don't really remember that, but I'm gonna even cut myself here now. Holy jumping. Freaking belt was sharp, like right there. Got paint on it, I guess, or something. This thing is run through this shaft inside that tube off the engine. Must run a little gear there that runs the fan. Runs the generator basically too, so probably should have a new belt. Looks like that might be fun to get that on there. Oh man, freaking bleeding now. Anyways, let's get you on a tripod. It's a long way from the heart. Okay, a job like this you probably should put some gloves on, but I'm not going to, I guess. These things really gonna unturn. Yep. Okay, so that one's good. They're oily enough, they shouldn't be rusted up too bad. That one's good. And I presume this, whatever you call them, boss piece, will just come. Ooh, wow, is that ever full? Look at this mess. Let's get you over here on the table. Holy, I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Wow, what a messy soup mess this is. I don't think this has been serviced for quite a while. And I don't think it's supposed to be that high. Because it's right in the breather tube here. I don't think that's kind of right. But anyways, I'm not too sure yet because I have not had this apart before. And I don't have a funnel up here, I don't believe. And I've got mosquitoes. Still. So I got my old water jug here we're going to try to pour it into and see what we get out of here. Alright. Working on the old stove. Kind of don't want to get rid of these. These are meant for scrap. But they make a pretty good outdoor table. You know. Okay, so. Ooh, I probably should have a funnel. Looks all creamy. I don't think that's right. Whoops. Whoops. Creamy, watery, and peanut butter in the bottom. A lot of water in there. That's not good. I guess I should have checked this thing maybe like a long time ago. And there's some chunky stuff. Boy, I don't think the guy that owned this before me ever checked this out. That's not good. That's pretty gross stuff. A lot of water in there. Usually makes it go creamy like that, right? It'll be bringing air in, and then if there's water in there, it'll be agitating it and making it all, you know, really gross. So. Wow-wee. So I don't know exactly what I got in here. It looks like I got to pinch those two wire guys in there, maybe. I'll have to get more towels, because this one is pretty much gooed. You can feel the water in that oil. It's like sweaty feeling. All right. Let's see. I think this thing is supposed to come out of here. Yeah. Ooh, is that ever a tense wire? Wow-wee. She's got some tension on her there, boys. And this, I think, will should come out if I put it in the right spot there. That's going to have to get washed off. And in the bottom will be all your real gooey crap, like the peanut buttery kind of real grimy stuff. Some more water too. Oh yeah, look at that, it's thick. You know what's for dinner tonight? Chicken cacciatore. I might even have to take this down to my parts cleaner to clean her, because that's pretty gross. I did break some brake cleanup, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. I did bring some brake cleaner, but that's more like for final cleaning stuff, where this is really gooey. Oh, wow, look at the grime layers. There's actually dirt in there, sandy dirt. Okay, I'm going to take it down and clean her up down there, I think. I just don't have the resources up here to do that. Alright, that is much better. It looks to me like someone has had to JB weld a little bit on the bottom here. Must have had a hole in it or something at one time. Have to keep an eyeballs on that, I guess. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. So, boy, I can't remember now how high the level was, but I know I was well up into like the throat of this guy here, which is way too high. The oil level is actually supposed to be, you see on the tag here, it says oil level at this ring here. If we follow that ring all the way around, we were probably maybe 2.5 inches too high from the water, no doubt. So that little guy come out pretty clean. Looks like brand new almost. So we'll stuff him back in there, something like that. And then this sweet little guy here, jam him back down. That holds that thing down tight in there. Now I just want to look up underneath, because I'm wondering kind of how this works. So there does seem to be some more I gotta somehow get apart here, and I don't know how. I'm not sure yet how this works. There's definitely a screen guy in here that will need cleaned. I presume that will come out somehow. Boy, I can't see up in there to see. It's not running. I'm putting my hand up. Okay, I feel some bolts. Whoa, geez, where are we going? I feel some bolts way up in there, but how the heck do I get a wrench up in there without taking the front cover off it here? That's gonna suck. Looks like there's a nut missing off of this guy. I imagine that was probably a welded nut at one time, and they just threaded up from underneath. So we got some funny guys here. One layer. And yeah, this one was threaded up from underneath there. Okay, well, it looks like we might have to pop off our hood to get the rest of this guy out here and cleaned, because I can't quite see, but I see a bolt down in there that looks like it would bolt to that cast. Oh man, I wasn't expecting to have to do that. These might be a real a real bugger to get out because they already look like they're not in good shape. So I don't know of any other way to... Boy, why didn't they make it where this kind of come off here and they can just pull that whole screen out? Because that's like a really tough screen up in there. You're not going to pull that out from that side, I don't think. Not with that little tiny hole, but by looking at her, I think she needs a cleaning. Well, I'm going to have to work at this then, I guess. This is going to take a minute to get this all apart. And boy, oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to get these or not. Whew. That might be terrible. Well, it looks to me like a square hole, round peg guy. It's not going to fit through that, so I think I got to take... boy, I didn't kind of expect this much of a job. I'm going to have to take this stack off of here, I guess. Wreck the paint a little bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good old non-metric on these old things, that's for sure. It's wrecking the paint really good on these. But I don't really have any paint in the can. But I've got some paint in a spray bomb can. Oh. Well, we'll start with this guy first. It's been a while since these guys have been off. I'll probably put some anti-seize back in here, I think, when we go to put her back together. The lock washers are all stuck on. Boy, I didn't expect to have to take the hood off, and you know what? I don't know if I'm going to get these nuts off of here. Might just have to spray a whole bunch of brake cleaner up in there with some towels and let it run out. I don't know how far up that thing goes, but let's see if we can break. Ooh, goes in there a long feller of a way. Okay, I don't see anything else in there right now, so that's not good. Except a really big hole. Put these guys back in here for now. And I think we'll be alright not having to take the muffler off. That should fit over everything, I think. My main concern are these two guys. I don't think I'm going to have any luck with them at all. Something's telling me that this is not going to go well. Oh wow, maybe it's alright. I can almost hardly not believe that, considering the hole there was almost round. This one's probably going to be the one that's going to give me the trouble. Wowee! Holy! I can't believe that they actually both spun off pretty good. Jeez. Now, we got to get these side ones here, and they're probably a 9/16 as well. And they are double nutted inside. They're not tight at all. I don't know how those didn't rattle off. They're not even tight. Might have to get my little electric gun going for them guys, I think. Put them back in, it'd be a lot easier to hold it and just... Okay, let's go to the other side here. Alright, same dealio over here, I would imagine. This one's tight, I think. But it's smaller, they didn't use the same one. Someone's definitely had this apart at one time. Unless this is an original one here. Doubt it. No. Nut and 5/16 bolt. Not quite exactly right. Okay, that's that part. Let's work on the back now. It's going to be hard for me to get you back in here. I think someone has put this back together with kind of their own hardware, not the original John Deere hardware, we'll say. It's a tight fit, that's for sure. Glad for my flex ratchet wrenches here. Pretty sweet. Couldn't believe the shape of that. Wow. The shape of that freaking oil filter. That was terrible. Okay, that one's loose. I don't know what else there is holding it, but we'll go around and work on the other side. I think actually this side there was no nut on it. It's just kind of sitting there. So that one's easier. Okay. We might be ready to break this thing out of here. I just don't know if I've got anything else holding. Yes, I do. They're not tight either. Side plate ones here. These side plate ones here. Okay, that's off. Let me just slip around the other side. There's probably one over there too. Paint on this one. Okay, I need a wrench. A wrench. And I think that's all the holes are down. Quite a few bolts actually. Oh, I think we're getting there. I got a price for some tires for this thing. You don't want to know. We'll be running on the old tires for a little while. How about that? Okay, I think that is it. Cap off. That cap off. Let's pull her off here. Now, it probably would have been easier if I took the stack off, but let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, buddy. There we go. Sweet. Well, there's a little bit of stuff here I didn't see, of course, when I looked at it. This looks like it's been all JB welded up too, even though the inside of the tank looks pretty clean. It does look pretty clean. All right. Sweet. That's quite a system for this air filter. My goodness. I don't know if I'm going to even get that off or not. That's pretty tight there for my ratchet wrenches. I'm going to have to get a socket. Alright, just before we go any further, probably not going to mark on there too well. There and there. Just sort of kind of goes back on right. I guess it probably doesn't really make a huge difference. Okay. Not sure of how many bolts we got. I got one over here. Little shorties. I think I got one here too that's maybe going, yeah it is too. This would be a real long one, I bet. Don't snap off. Yeah, this will be a real long one. Rusty one too. Surprised that didn't break off. So that one's there, that one's there. And these two shorties here. Ugh. Shorty and so it would have been a good time to do a belt. Don't have one though. So. Ooh, wow, look at this mess. I don't know if I can even get that out of there, honestly. I bet you have to replace this whole entire thing. Back in the day, you probably would have replaced this whole entire thing. 'Cause that's like a, how the heck did they get that in there? Is my thinking. Oh, I see. So they had put that element in there, and then they put this ring in, and then they probably pinch welded it around there or something. So yeah, that is like a, pretty much flush it out. I'm gonna have to go down there and just let my stuff run through it. That's all I can do. Don't know if you got a good shot of that, but she's pretty grimy. I'll have to maybe let it soak or something in some stuff. Get all the oily crap out of there again. And then I think what happens is it sucks air in, goes through the oil bath, and it vaporizes the oil up into this thing. And then as the dirty crap stuff's coming through, it's catching most of it anyways. Boy, oh boy, I don't even know where you'd find one of those if you wanted to replace that. That's crazy. I'll go clean her. Well, I soaked her, parts washer, and soaked her and soaked her. Got her fairly clean. A lot of junk did come out. I think it's cleaner. I don't think I'll be able to see through it, but the hardest part is actually getting it dry again. I still see junk in there, but man, I guess you'd have to replace this whole guy if you wanted to fix it all. But trying to get all the parts cleaner stuff out of it again, that was the hard part. Holy jeez. But anyways, I guess we will start putting her back together. So I'm pretty sure that this surface under here will need a bit of cleaning as well. And it looks like there was probably a gasket on here at one time originally. I'm going to need to get some brake cleaner on that. I'm either going to use some of my stuff that I like using for mating surfaces on this, or maybe just some of the greasy stuff. I'll see if I got that other stuff though. And I do. I have the stuff. This is stuff by Loctite, anaerobic stuff. A flex form place gasket. Don't need a whole lot of this on here, but she'll make a new gasket for you. That should be sufficient. And this stuff doesn't dry until it's free of air, which anaerobic means. Doesn't cure up into like a silicone-y gaskety stuff until there's no air present. So when this smushes together, it should hopefully create a gasket in time. All right, I think we're good to reassemble. And I left a mark. The only thing I want to do is get a little wire brush, get some goopy stuff. Give these guys a little cleaning before we go back together. Alright. Oh geez, don't be losing them now. Oh, for cornflakes. And the long feller, he's really rusty. You should see what's holding that tank on there. It doesn't feel like much. Not to worry about the rest of that. Okay. So, we'll put a bit of goop on. That one. Still a bit of moisture in the bottom of this thing, but eventually she'll sucker out. Started. I think I put a little bit too much on there, maybe there, bud. Probably just dab it in the holes of that thing, but I kind of had a feeling, you know, for a while that this thing was too full. Just by the way it was kind of like when it was shutting off. That doesn't sound right. So yeah, I got a price for tires. Mind you, it wasn't a solid firm price. It was kind of a shot in the air price, but this guy, he has very many of these old John Deere tractors and he is a tire guy. And I figured he wouldn't be too far off of his guesstimate. So I'm like, I think I swallowed a lump of something when he told me. So yeah, we'll be running on these ones probably for a wee while, we'll say. Okay, there's 29 foot-pounds, Bill Torx. Should be good. And I need that stuff again. Oh, for cornflakes. Oh, no, we're good. Whew. Thought I had to take it off again to get that thing in. Okay, we'll clean off this stuff. And I think we can put our hood back together. That's pretty awesome. Alright, I didn't bring any extra nuts for that one side that was missing a nut. So what I'll probably do is put a nut and bolt and do it properly. When I get it back to the garage, I can just do it down there where she parks. So this flange here too, I did clean it off. So when we put that stack on, I'm gonna put some silicone on that too, I guess. And I want to do a straight pipe. I want to delete this one and just have to make a new mount bracket here for it. Weld just a pipe onto it, a bit higher maybe, so it gets a little bit more of a boom 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 out of it. Because this one is starting to, it's not bad yet, but it's not looking great. So okay, we should be good. Yeah, should be good. Oh, let's put her on the wrong way. Mostly pretty good right there. Okay, I got a bit of bolting to do. And then we'll put that stack on. I won't make you sit here watching me bolt this whole thing down. You saw it come off. Alright, we got the tube cleared, and it was pretty dirty here too. I cleaned some of it off. Probably should clean this other surface here. Darn it, forgot that one. Okay, now we're good, mostly. I think. Just take these guys off again. Now I didn't go and, you know, sand these right off. This stuff's pretty good. I mean, this stuff you can put it on a flange and then put your thing together and fill it with oil and drive it. It's really good stuff. Shouldn't matter too much from there, but probably going to ooze out a little bit, no doubt. And I don't think it matters which way this thing goes back in. Something sort of like that. And these were a little rusty, so I'm just going to put a little bit of anti-seize on these too. Boy, I didn't think this was going to be so much. I thought, oh, take that can off, clean her out, blah, 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 bang, 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 away we go. Nope. A little bit more to it than I thought. This is nickel based stuff. Because nickels don't rust, right? Or they're not supposed to rust. Too small. What'd I put in my other one? Oh man. Okay. Yeah, this paint on these things, they're a little tight. Probably should have put new lock washers on that too, but well, they're a little scratched up. I think that'll be good. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's fine. All right, now we can work on the bottom. All right, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but I'm just going to fill this feller up here to the line. This is just engine oil that I'm going to use. I can get this thing to sit kind of level. So I want to go to that line there. Oil bath. Amazing how dirty that was. Not very much. I think that's about it. That's about to our lines, a little bit higher, but I can always dump a bit back in. Good enough. I guess that's it. I guess that tube, boy, I guess that big tube that we stick down must go into, you know, I feel better if it's just a little bit more in there. Yeah. Otherwise you'd be sucking like straight air, right? So I guess it sucks the air out of that big long, wait a minute. Yeah, the big long tube is here. And I guess this thing sits kind of down inside that screeny guy that we cleaned out. Well, that's about the right level there. Just feel better with just a hair bit more, but not much. There, that'll sit down in there. So yeah, it sucks the air, and I guess the vacuum sucks it down into that oil through that screen guy and then up into the engine. Different way to do it, that's for sure, but I guess she worked for a lot of years. It's definitely cleaner. You can see the bottom. Okay, let's see if we can figure this thing out here. Oh, get situated here. It's not a very good fit there for this thing, but I guess that's it. Pretty simple, really. I like it. There we go. Good to breathe nice clean air again and not bite me. Big me. Big old meanie. Alright, that's good. Just looking under here, I think I'm gonna have to splurge and get a new rad hose for it. This great big mother here, which is like a 3-inch hose. It's you can see that stuff there, eh? And it's a little bit moist there, and underneath the hose here was kind of wet, so that's not good. Kind of feels gritty, like not gritty, but grippy, like antifreeze. So it probably needs a good flush in here too. I can see some moisture down there, so I guess that's sort of good, but it should probably have a radiator flush. I would imagine just bust that hose off of there and start flowing her down. That would flush her out. That'll drain some into the engine too. There'll be a fair bit in this engine, I would think. But yeah, that's kind of new, so that probably should be done. Let's see if I can get that feller off of there. It's soft, like it should peel off. You know, I don't know how far these flanges are, but it's probably, well, it feels like it's about to there. So, and then the other one's probably about the same. But yeah, so I'm going to give it a start up, but not right this second. I'm going to, I've had my charger on because I don't know, it didn't seem to start too good at the show down there. So I'm just going to reset it here, get it to charge while I go and have a bite to eat. And yeah, just, I don't know. It turns over slow. I know it's only 6 volt, but it seemed to be even slower. So she's working anyways. Okay, I'll let her sit a minute. I want to hear it turn off too and not go glug 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 glug. Alright, I'd like to do something foolish. I know. Don't do things that are foolish. I want to actually have a look underneath the exhaust pipe here. Yeah, that's just not going to fit. I don't know if this will fit. It's the paint, right? Oh, that's not too bad. I want to have a look under the pipe here. Oh, if I can get it off. And maybe fire it up with the pipe off. At the tractor show there was quite a few of them in the... Oh, don't break off. Quite a few of them in the poles. That were... they had pipes on them, but straight pipes. No baffles in them. It's going to be really loud though. I mean, this engine with the 2 pistons has got more cubic inch than my 5 liter engine on my truck. If you can believe that, it's got more cubic inch than 2 pistons in this thing. They're freaking huge. Oh, the front ones are nasty. Don't think they broke though, so that's good. So what I might do too for winter project, this thing, I'll have it down in the other garage, so unfortunately that'll probably be one that you guys will miss, unfortunately, is make a straight pipe for it. This is pretty big pipe. I'd have to make it look scale, we'll say scale, I would have to do the same diameter as this stuff, and it looks, oh boy, 3 3/4, pretty beefy stuff. Even though the pipe inside isn't that big, it's probably about a 2-inch pipe on the inside. I'll have to put these somewhere where they're not going to rattle off, but let's see, this just pulls right out. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a little bit more than I thought it was. Well, I think there's supposed to be some kind of donut thing down in here, because by the shape of that guy there, it looks like a little donut guy that would sit down in there. Oh, that's fired up. So there you can see down inside too. Maybe back here a bit, you can see the baffles and stuff, hopefully, in down there. And there's a bit of a baffle guy that it would hit in there and then disperse out and then through those things. Deleting that will be really loud. Now, I don't think I have a... Neat if I could get a little piece of pipe to put over that so I could kind of simulate that noise, but I don't think I have anything quite exactly that size, but I'll maybe run down and look. So this is a 2.5 OD. Let me go look. 2.5 OD. Well, the best I could come up with, whoo, mama, that's a big one. I don't think that'd fit in my garage. The best I could come up with is a 2 3/4. I don't have 2.5 ID stuff to go over that other stuff. She's a little sloppy, but she'll give us a momentary sound. It's going to leak all out the bottom though, because that pipe's not very long there, right? So, but it's going to get hot real fast too. So I want to fire it up maybe and see what that sounds like, just throwing that guy on there. But anyways, so let's put these somewhere safer. I was threading back in there, but maybe I should. Sooty old junk, isn't it? Oh man, what a mess. I'm just gonna throw these over here. Grab my grimy towel because it blew off the table there. Okay, so by now you guys should know exactly how to start this tractor up. First of all, you want to make sure she's neutral. Hook on your battery. And of course turn the gas on. Let's not let that flow in while she's lets it flow in while we're setting everything else. You want to open up your decompression valves, both sides. This is gonna be loud. I should have brought a pair of big thick gloves maybe, because that's gonna get hot real fast too. What else we gotta set? We gotta set the throttle. You got a spider friend made a nest there, so we gotta. Actually, let's go down this other end here. Open up the throttle until it kind of comes off that spring plate thing there. But there may be. And that's it for that. And we just have to crank it over, which is way up here on the dash. You're supposed to sit on it, but I just don't understand this. I guess you'd have someone maybe helping you start this thing, because you do have your choke here, your throttle here, and pull that to, that's it, pull it to start. But then you got your decompressions open, so I just don't really understand that. But this is going to be awesome and loud. So I'm going to get you back here a little bit, because the closer I get to you, the worse it's probably going to sound off the camera, from the camera, through the camera, because it'll do the wind cut noise thing and it'll kind of chop it off. So I'm going to put you back a bit here, zoom you in. Okay, here we go. Fire it up. drive back up the hill here and make it work a little bit. You can hear what it sounds like. I'm going to leave you zoomed in a little bit. That's definitely too loud without that muffler on there. Oh wow. There are some old tractors, some of the old case tractors, they had like a 6-inch pipe, like 5 inches long, angled, and it's like no wonder people were going deaf back then. Listen to that, and they probably never even thought of that, you know. But anyways, that might be a winter project to rebuild, maybe. You can buy them at the Steiner Tractor. You can buy stainless ones. Stainless, or I think they're stainless. And I'm like, it wouldn't take much to copy the little bracket this thing mounts to and weld the pipe to it, and you can have like the straight pipe out. But I really got to watch my height really close, because I can only go so high to get it inside that garage, right? It's pretty tight spot there. So. Low doors, very, very, very low doors. Okay, let me grab a wrench. But this muffler's pretty good too. I may not change it at all, I don't know. I don't think all the people back there that are laying dead would probably like the sound of this thing too much. So maybe we better leave it alone. It's a good height too. this would start without opening those decompressions. No. I don't think it's a battery problem I'm having. It just seems to be progressively turning over slower, which I know it's only 6 volt, but that's really not a good thing, I don't think. So, let's fire it up here again. Alright. The other valve's already open. We'll open this one. We'll take it off of gear. It's out of gear. Should be able to just crank it up and start it. Throttle. Oh. And then tighten the battery cable down because I like to be able to have it to come off, right? Okay, it's on intact. I kind of wonder if I maybe... my bolt fell out. I didn't have a nut for it. Probably a good place for it. This one here, I gotta fix that guy yet. I'm kind of wondering if I'm having a little bit of starter issue. Probably needs a rebuild. I don't know. There we go. Now, just in case it rains, I'll put my cap on. Rain cap, juice can, works good. Anyways, that's it. Service the air cleaner. I didn't hear it gurgling. I was listening for that. Didn't hear it gurgling when it shut off there, so that's good. Definitely was too much crap in there from all that water, I guess. But whew. It's too bad. This must have sat outside a long time. A lot of time, and it's cracked them all up, but $500 to $1,000 a piece. It's $500 to $1,000 a piece. He says it just depends on what brand you go with. He said the Firestones are pretty good, and they're not too bad, but like maybe for now we'll just run on these. But anyways, well, that's it for today. Thanks for coming along for the air cleaner clean out, and it was a real mess, that's for sure. It's good to have her done, and there's no gurgling now, so definitely was too full with junk. So anyways, catch you all later. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a good day.